IRCC Express Entry draws eliminate CRS points for job offers. Canada's immigration landscape is experiencing major transformations in 2024, with significant policy changes affecting various immigration streams. From the elimination of CRS points for job offers in Express Entry draws to the launch of a new PR pathway for home care workers on March 31st, these updates are expected to impact thousands of prospective immigrants. Additionally, the rejection rate for temporary resident applications has surged, with nearly 50% of applications denied this year. These developments highlight Canada's evolving immigration priorities and the challenges that applicants may face. Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel, Canada Immigration. We hope you're doing great. In this video, we're going to talk about. If you are interested in this topic, please pay attention and watch the video through to the end to get all the information. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. Canada's Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada has announced a major policy shift effective March 25, 2025. The Express Entry system, a cornerstone of Canada's immigration framework, will no longer award bonus comprehensive ranking system points for arranged employment. This change strips away a significant advantage for candidates with job offers, potentially reshaping the path to permanent residence for thousands of hopeful immigrants. This article dives deep into the details of this policy update, its implications for Express Entry candidates, and what it means for Canada's immigration landscape. It explores the who, what, why, and how of this seismic shift, perfect for anyone tracking immigration trends or planning their move to Canada. What's happening with Express Entry? As of March 25, 2025, IRCC has officially eliminated the bonus CRS points previously awarded to Express Entry candidates with a valid job offer supported by a labor market impact assessment. This change applies to both current candidates in the Express Entry pool and future applicants. Prior to this update, candidates could earn 200 additional CRS points for job offers in senior management positions, classified under Major Group 00 of the National Occupation Classification, or NOC. 50 additional CRS points for job offers in any other skilled occupation. These bonus points significantly change the game, frequently propelling candidates to the top of the pool and securing them an invitation to apply for permanent residence. Now, that advantage is gone. In a press release dated December 23, 2024, IRCC described the removal of these points as a temporary measure, but offered no timeline for when or if the policy might revert. The March 25, 2025, version of the ministerial instructions reflects this shift, retaining all definitions of what qualifies as a valid job offer but excising the section that assigned points for them. For candidates relying on these points, the change is immediate. IRCC has noted that CRS scores may take a few days to update in the system, advising applicants to refrain from contacting them unless inaccuracies persist beyond a week. What stays the same? While the removal of bonus points is a significant alteration, not everything is changing. Job offers still play a critical role in maintaining eligibility for certain Express Entry programs. Specifically, Federal Skilled Trades Program, a valid job offer remains a requirement for eligibility, where applicable. Federal Skilled Worker Program, candidates with job offers can still use them to meet minimum eligibility criteria. Provincial Nominee Programs, some streams continue to require or benefit from job offers. IRCC has emphasized that candidates should continue including job offer details in their Express Entry profiles to ensure eligibility for these programs. However, these offers will no longer boost their CRS scores. Additionally, this policy shift does not impact candidates who have already received an ITA or whose PR applications are currently in progress. For them, the points they earn for arranged employment remain locked in. Why the change? Decoding IRCC's intent. IRCC's decision to scrap bonus points for job offers has sparked intense speculation about the reasoning behind it. While the agency has labeled it a temporary measure, the lack of a clear end date or detailed explanation has left many questions unanswered. One possible motivation is to level the playing field. The Express Entry system, launched in 2015, uses the CRS to rank candidates based on factors like age, education, language proficiency, and work experience. Bonus points for job offers, especially the hefty 200-point boost for senior management roles, gave some candidates an outsized advantage, even if their overall profile was less competitive. By removing these points, IRCC may be aiming to prioritize candidates with strong human capital attributes over those with employer connections. Another theory is that this move addresses concerns about the authenticity of job offers. In the past, there have been reports of fraudulent labor market impact assessments or questionable job offers used to game the system. While IRCC hasn't explicitly tied this change to fraud prevention, eliminating the points incentive could reduce the temptation to exploit the process. Economic factors might also be at play. Canada's labor market has evolved since express entry's inception, with unemployment rates fluctuating and certain industries facing shortages. IRCC may be recalibrating the system to better align with current workforce needs, though no official data has been released to support this hypothesis. Whatever the reason, the lack of transparency has fueled debate among immigration experts, candidates, and employers alike. Is this a short-term tweak or a sign of bigger changes to come? Only time will tell. Who's affected and how? The removal of job offer points reverberates across the express entry pool, impacting thousands of candidates in distinct ways. Here's a breakdown of the winners, losers, and those left in limbo. 1. Current candidates in the pool. If you're already in the express entry pool and were counting on 50 or 200 bonus points for a job offer, your CRS score is about to drop. For some, the outcome could mean slipping below the cutoff for the next draw, effectively stalling their PR journey. IRCC's advice? Wait a few days for your updated score to appear, and don't panic unless the issue lingers past a week. 2. Future applicants. For those planning to enter the pool after March 25, 2025, the playing field has shifted. Without job offer points, you'll need to maximize other CRS factors. Think higher language test scores, additional education, or Canadian work experience to stay competitive. 3. Candidates with ITAs or PR applications. If you've already secured an ITA or submitted your PR application, breathe easy. This change doesn't retroactively affect you. Your points are safe, and your process continues as planned. 4. Employers and industries. Canadian employers who relied on express entry to attract skilled foreign workers may feel the ripple effects. Job offers were a powerful tool to lure talent, especially in high-demand fields like tech, healthcare, and trades. Without the CRS boost, some candidates might opt for other immigration pathways or other countries altogether. The numbers game, how CRS scores are shifting. To understand the real-world impact, let's crunch some numbers. The CRS assigns points out of a maximum of 1,200, with 600 points tied to core human capital factors, age, education, language, etc., and up to 600 additional points for factors like a provincial nomination or arranged employment. Before March 25, 2025, a candidate with a skilled job offer, 50 points, and a solid profile, say, 500 core points, could hit a CRS score of 550. That often put them in ITA territory, as recent draws have hovered around 520 to 550. Now, that same candidate drops to 470 to 500, potentially missing the cutoff. For senior managers with a 200-point boost, the fall is even steeper. A candidate with 350 core points and a major Group 00 job offer once boasted 550 points, well above most draw thresholds. Today, they're back to 350, a score unlikely to secure an ITA in competitive rounds. These shifts could lower overall draw scores in the short term as the pool adjusts. However, candidates with strong profiles, particularly those with Canadian education or work experience, may rise to the top. What can candidates do now? If you're an express entry hopeful reeling from this change, don't despair. There are still ways to boost your CRS score and improve your odds of success. Here are 5 actionable strategies. Improve language scores. Max out your Canadian language benchmark results in English or French. Even a one-level jump, e.g., CLB 8 to 9, can add 20 to 30 points. Pursue education. Additional credentials, especially Canadian ones, can net you up to 150 points for education and transferability factors. Gain Canadian experience. Work in Canada under a temporary permit, like a post-graduation work permit, to earn 50 to 200 points for Canadian work experience. Explore PNPs. A provincial nomination is worth 600 CRS points, a massive boost that trumps the old job offer advantage. Partner up. If your spouse or common law partner has strong skills, their profile could add up to 40 points to your score. Patience is also key. IRCC has hinted that the shutdown is temporary, so job offer points could return. In the meantime, focus on what you can control. The bigger picture, Canada's immigration future. This policy tweak arrives at a pivotal moment for Canadian immigration. Express entry has been a global model for economic migration, balancing labor market needs with fairness and efficiency. Yet, as Canada grapples with housing shortages, economic uncertainty, and shifting demographics, the system is under scrutiny. In 2024 alone, Canada welcomed over 400,000 new permanent residents, with express entry accounting for a significant chunk. The removal of job offer points could slow that pace, particularly for employer-driven streams. Alternatively, it might push more candidates toward PNPs, which have grown increasingly popular. Immigration experts are divided. Some see this as a pragmatic adjustment to a system strained by demand. Others warn it could deter top talent, especially in industries reliant on foreign workers. Canada risks sending a mixed signal, says immigration consultant Maria Torres. We're open for business, but not if you've got a job lined up? For now, IRCC's silence on the temporary label leaves room for speculation. Will job offer points return in 6 months? A year? Or is this the start of a broader overhaul? Candidates and employers alike are watching closely. How to stay informed? The express entry system is dynamic, and this change won't be the last. To keep up, check IRCC's official CRS webpage for updates. Monitor draw results on the IRCC website to gauge score trends. Consult a licensed immigration professional for personalized advice. IRCC has promised that score updates will stabilize within days, but glitches happen. A new era for express entry. Canada's decision to axe bonus CRS points for job offers marks a turning point for express entry. For candidates, it's a wake-up call to adapt, diversify, and compete on new terms. For the country, it's a bold if cryptic step toward redefining who gets to call Canada home. As of March 25, 2025, the immigration game has changed. Whether you're in the pool, planning your move, or simply curious, one thing is clear: Canada's borders remain open, but the path to PR just got a little steeper. New Canada Home Care Worker PR pathway to open on March 31st. Are you ready to turn your caregiving skills into a permanent home in Canada? The new home care worker immigration pilots are set to open on March 31, 2025. These pilots offer a direct path to permanent residence and are perfect for those eager to live and work in Canada outside Quebec while meeting a critical demand for home care professionals. In this guide, we'll walk you through everything you need to know: who qualifies, how to secure a job offer, and how to nail your application whether you're already in Canada or planning your move. Let's get started on your Canadian dream. What are the home care worker immigration pilots? Canada's HCWIP is a strategic immigration program launched by Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada to address the growing need for in-home caregivers. It comprises 2 pilots. HCWIP, Childcare, targets workers providing in-home child care, such as nannies, NOC 44100. HCWIP, Home Support focuses on caregivers for the elderly, disabled, or those needing home assistance, NOC 44101. Each pilot features 2 application streams. Workers in Canada, opens March 31, 2025. Applicants not working in Canada, date TBD. For 2025, only the Workers in Canada stream will accept applications, with annual caps resetting on March 31, 2026. Application caps home care worker immigration pilots. The total of 5,500 applications aligns with the previous caregiver pilots, home child care provider pilot and home support worker pilot, which also capped at 5,500 annually across both streams before closing on June 17, 2024. Cap reset: if the caps are reached before March 30, 2026, they will reset on March 31, 2026, allowing a new intake cycle. Application caps for HCWIP, childcare, total 2,750. Workers in Canada stream. Online applications, 2,350. Alternate format applications, e.g., paper, braille, large print 260. Out of status and unauthorized workers, public policy. Online applications, 125. Alternate format applications, 15. Application caps for HCWIP, home support, total 2,750. Workers in Canada stream. Online applications, 2,350. Alternate format applications, 260. Out of status and unauthorized workers, public policy. Online applications, 125. Alternate format applications, 15. Workers in Canada stream, full detailed eligibility. Opening on March 31, 2025, this stream targets individuals already in Canada. Here's what you need. Residency requirement. You must normally reside in Canada when applying on a valid permit. Temporary absences, e.g., a vacation abroad, are okay if you can prove Canada is your home base. Work authorization. You must be authorized to work full-time, 30+ hours/week, in Canada via A valid work permit, non-seasonal job. Maintain status, e.g., after permit expiry while awaiting renewal. Public policies, e.g., temporary measures for certain workers. What doesn't count? Working without a permit. Employment as a business visitor. Work experience on a study permit. Out of status option. If you've lost status or worked without authorization, a public policy may still make you eligible. See details in later part of this page. Language proficiency, how to prove it. Language skills are non-negotiable. You need CLB/NCLC level 4 in English or French. Here's how to get there. Table here. Steps to take. Schedule, book with an approved agency, e.g., celpip.ca, ielts.org. Pay, fees range from $150 to $300, depending on the test. Submit, include results, less than 2 years old, in your application. Keep copies, retain your report for records. Pro tip, test slots fill up fast near deadlines. Book now to avoid delays. Education requirements. Get your ECA, a Canadian high school equivalent is the minimum education threshold, and if you completed your study outside Canada, then here's how to prove it. What's an ECA? An educational credential assessment verifies that your foreign diploma matches Canadian standards. It's mandatory if your education was completed outside Canada. Approved organizations: choose one. World Education Services, designated April 17, 2013. International Credential Assessment Service of Canada, April 17, 2013. Comparative Education Service, April 17, 2013. International Qualifications Assessment Service, August 6, 2015. International Credential Evaluation Service, August 6, 2015. How to get an ECA. Select, visit the organization's website, e.g., WES.org. Apply, request an ECA for immigration purposes. Submit, provide diplomas, transcripts, and fees, $200 to $300. Wait, processing takes 4 to 12 weeks. Receive, get a report confirming equivalency. Requirements. The report must state your credential equals a Canadian high school diploma or higher. Issued within the last 5 years of application. From a designated organization post, 2013. Ineligibility. You're out if your ECA shows a diploma from an unrecognized institution. Incomplete studies. Work experience or training, show your skills. You need 6 months of relevant experience or a 6-month training credential. Here's the breakdown. Work experience. Duration, 6 continuous months, 30+ hours/week, within the last 3 years. Occupations. HCWIP, child care. NOC 44100, home child care providers, nannies, not foster parents. HCWIP, home support. NOC 44101, home support workers, caregivers, not institutional roles. Rules. Matches NOC duties, e.g., child care or personal support. Gained after age 18. Full-time, authorized, if in Canada. No breaks between jobs. Excludes self-employment, student work, or unemployment. Training. Duration, 6 months, full-time, 15+ hours/week. Level, post-secondary, mostly in person. Occupations, same NOCs as above. Rules. Completed within 2 years before applying. Started after age 17. No online-only or on-the-job training. Mixing it up. Have both? Submit proof of each to strengthen your case. Out-of-status workers in Canada, a second chance. If you're in Canada without legal status, a public policy offers hope. Eligibility. Presence, in Canada when applying. Entry, legally entered by December 16, 2021, and stayed continuously. Work permit, held one previously, even if expired. Family, include overstaying relatives. Ineligibility. Entered after December 16, 2021. Made a refugee claim. Under a removal order. On a study permit only. How to apply. Use the Public Policy subcategory in the PR portal, e.g., HCWIP, Child Care, Workers in Canada, Public Policy. Securing a job offer for the Home Care Worker Immigration Pilots. To apply for the Home Care Worker Immigration Pilots, you'll need a legitimate job offer as either a home child care provider or a home support worker. This is a critical step in your journey to permanent residency in Canada, and it comes with specific conditions. Employer responsibilities. Your prospective employer should verify if there are any extra hiring requirements tied to the HCWIP program. It's their job to ensure compliance with the pilot's rules before offering you a position. Your readiness. You should be prepared to accept the job and capable of carrying out its responsibilities. Immigration officials will evaluate your suitability by reviewing your previous training and work history to confirm you're a good fit. Job offer specifications. The position must align with the pilot you're applying for and meet these criteria. Occupational classification. HCWIP, child care. Home child care providers, NOC 44100. This applies to in-home roles only, not institutional settings like daycares. Note that foster parent positions are excluded. HCWIP, home support. Home support workers, caregivers, and related occupations, NOC 44101. This covers home-based care, not institutional environments like nursing homes. Job offers for early childhood educators and assistants, NOC 42202, or nurse aides, orderlies, and patient service associates, NOC 33102, are not accepted, even if related experience or training is eligible. Location: the job must be in Canada, excluding Quebec, as the province has its own immigration pathways. Work terms: full-time, requiring a minimum of 30 paid hours per week. Permanent, with no predetermined end date. What makes a job offer valid? No labor market impact assessment or LMIA is needed. A genuine job offer must include your hourly pay rate, job requirements, and a clear outline of primary responsibilities. Evidence of authenticity, such as a real need for your employment, the employer's ability to meet the job's terms, including paying your salary, compliance with regulations from Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, as well as federal and provincial laws. Wage standards. Your pay must meet or exceed the median wage for your occupation on Canada's job bank for the province or territory where you'll work. If no regional median exists, the national median applies. If the workplace is unionized, the collective agreement's wage rules take precedence. Employer eligibility. Your employer must have operated in the same care sector, child care or home support, for at least 1 year if they're a business or non-profit. Hold a Canada Revenue Agency business number. Be one of the following: a private household hiring directly, a business or non-profit with a direct employer-employee relationship, meaning they handle hiring, oversee work conditions, and issue your paycheck. Eligible employers can include organizations offering full-time, short-term, or occasional care for individuals who are semi-independent or recovering from illness or injury. Examples include home health care services, home support providers, direct care agencies, residential personal care services, pediatric home care providers. Who cannot be your employer? The following are not eligible: recruitment or placement agencies, embassies, high commissions, consulates, or their accredited staff, e.g., diplomats. Employers previously found non-compliant with IRCC rules. Yourself, if self-employed. Immediate family members, such as your spouse, common-law partner, parents, grandparents, or children. Required employer documentation. Your employer must fill out and sign an employment information form, which you'll submit with your application. Choose the appropriate form based on their status. Private households, use the individual employer's form, IMM 0267. Businesses or nonprofits, use the business employer's form, IMM 0268. The form requires a signature, either digital or handwritten, and must be uploaded alongside your job offer in the online application portal. Full guide to apply for the home care worker immigration pilots. Start now to avoid the rush. Double-check everything, and apply as soon as the portal opens on March 31, 2025, at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Applying for the home care worker immigration pilots requires careful preparation and attention to detail. Whether you're applying under the Workers in Canada stream or the public policy for out-of-status workers, here's your step-by-step guide to success. Prepare before the pilots launch. The Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada will start accepting applications on March 31, 2025, at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. The pilots will close as soon as caps are reached and they'll reset on March 31, 2026, opening a new intake cycle. As the caps may quickly fill up, it's advisable to start preparing now. Here's what to do. Set up your online account. Gather required forms and documents. Arrange payment of fees. Follow the steps below to streamline your preparation and avoid last-minute stress. Step 1. Set up your account or log in. Applications must be submitted online via the Permanent Residence Portal. Create an account or sign in when the portal opens on March 31, 2025. Step 2. Selecting your application category. Once logged into the PR portal, choose the Economic Program category, then pick the specific pilot and subcategory. Workers in Canada stream. HCWIP, Child Care, Workers in Canada. HCWIP, Home Support, Workers in Canada. Out of Status and Unauthorized Workers, Public Policy. HCWIP, Child Care, Workers in Canada, Public Policy. HCWIP, Home Support, Workers in Canada, Public Policy. Make sure you select the right option. Choosing incorrectly could lead to rejection. Categories remain available until the cap is hit. Step 3, prepare your forms and documents. Use the correct document checklist based on your stream. Workers in Canada stream, document checklist, Workers in Canada stream, IMM 0270. Out of Status and Unauthorized Workers, document checklist, Workers in Canada, Public Policy, IMM 0273. Completing forms. Fill out every section. Write "Not applicable" or NA if a section doesn't apply. Need more space? Attach an extra page labeled with the relevant section and upload it. Missing signatures or incomplete forms will result in your application being returned unprocessed. Missing documents? If you can't provide a required document, include a written explanation for each missing item. Attach supporting evidence, e.g., a letter proving why it's unavailable. Upload these under the requested document type in the portal. IRCC will decide if your application is still acceptable. All the forms you need to complete in the portal. These digital forms are filled out online for you and any family members 18+. Generic application form for Canada, IMM 0008 includes family members like your spouse, common law partner, dependent children, or dependent grandchildren. Schedule a background/declaration, IMM 5669 details your history. Supplementary information, your travels, IMM 5562 lists your travel history. Additional family information, IMM 5406 provides family details. Review PDF versions beforehand to gather necessary info, but submit only via the portal. PDF forms to upload, no signature required. Workers in Canada stream. Document checklist, IMM 0270. Schedule 21, Home Care Worker Immigration Pilots, IMM 0271. Public Policy stream. Document checklist, IMM 0273. Schedule 21, IMM 0271. Schedule 22, Home Care Worker Immigration Pilot, Public Policy, IMM 0272. Sign PDF forms to upload. Employment Information Form. Individual Employer, IMM 0267, for a family/households. Business Employer, IMM 0268, for businesses/nonprofits. Optional signed forms, if applicable. Statutory Declaration of Common Law Union, IMM 5409. Separation Declaration for Minors Traveling to Canada, IMM 5604. Additional Dependent/Declaration, IMM 0008 DEP, for paper apps with 5+ dependents. Additional documents. Check your checklist for specifics, but common uploads include job offer, proof of training, legal entry proof, and work authorization, upload as Other. 1 photo per family member, under 12 months old, meeting IRCC specs. Translation requirements. Non-English/French documents need original copy, certified copy, signed/stamped by translator. Translated version. An affidavit, unless the translator is certified. Eligible translators, certified professionals or fluent individuals, not family or representatives. Sharing information, to release application details to someone else, upload a signed authority to release personal information, IMM 5475. Technical help, combine multiple images into one file if needed. For issues, use the IRCC web form. Select your problem, enter 111, 111, 1111, no UCI, or 0000000, no application number, describe the issue, and attach screenshots. Step 4, pay your fees. Fees start at $1,525, covering processing fees, for you and immigrating family members. Right of permanent residence fee, due before approval. Biometrics fee, for fingerprints/photos, delays occur if unpaid. Third-party costs, medical exams, police certificates, ECA, language tests. Pay online before March 31, 2025, at IRCC's payment page. Download and upload the PDF receipt. If caps fill before you apply, request a refund. Note, employers cannot charge you recruitment fees. Know your rights as a temporary worker. Step 5, submit your application. Before hitting submit, verify. All questions are answered. Forms are signed and uploaded. Fee receipt is included. All supporting documents are attached. Incomplete applications will be rejected, requiring resubmission before the cap is reached. You may reuse your fee receipt if unchanged. After submission, IRCC might request additional employer documents. Follow their instructions promptly. The Home Care Worker Immigration Pilots are your gateway to permanent residency in Canada, opening March 31, 2025. With clear eligibility rules, a solid job offer, and a complete application, you're on your way to a rewarding career and a new life. Start preparing today. Your future in Canada awaits. Canada rejected 50% of temporary resident applications in 2024. While refusals of temporary immigration to Canada have increased, visitor record approvals have also remained high. Last year, Canada turned away a record number of foreign workers, international students, and tourists. According to data obtained by the Toronto Star, one of Canada's largest online news websites, immigration officials rejected 2,359,157 or 50 of temporary resident applications in 2024, up from 1,846,180 or 35% the year before. The rejection rate, which includes work permits, student permits, and visiting visas, reached its highest point since 2019, prior to the pandemic. Among the three subgroups, 1.95 million, or 54% of applicants for visitor visas, were rejected last year, up from 40% in 2023, 290,317, or 52%, of applicants for study permits, up from 38%, and 115,549, or 22%, of those who applied for permission to work in Canada, down slightly from 23%. In response to intense public criticism regarding the shortage of affordable accommodation and the post-pandemic rise in living expenses, the federal government has set ambitious goals to reduce the number of temporary residents in the nation. In 2025, 2026, and 2027, the number of new permanent residents was cut by 20% to 395,000, 380,000, and 365,000, respectively. Canada has attempted to restrict new immigration while relying on current migrants to voluntarily depart when their legal permits expire, with some of them transferring to permanent residence under qualified programs, to curb the country's rapidly growing number of temporary residents. However, according to Toronto Star, immigration data appears to show a different story when it comes to showing the door to migrants who are already here. By submitting for what is known as a visitor record, migrants whose temporary resident status is about to expire might prolong their legal status. They are legally permitted to stay here, but they are not permitted to work or pursue education. The number of applications for visitor records nearly doubled from 196,965 in 2019 to 389,254 in 2024, according to data from the Immigration Department. The percentage of refusals was approximately 5%. Only 321,277 temporary residents received extensions last year, a modest decrease from the 333,672 given in 2023. While refusals of temporary immigration to Canada have increased, visitor record approvals have also remained high. A visitor record application now costs $100, and the current processing time is 119 days. If you want to extend your stay in Canada as a visitor, stay in Canada longer, you need to apply for a visitor record. A visitor record is not a visa. A visitor record is a document that allows you to stay in Canada longer as a visitor, a worker authorized to work without a work permit in Canada, or a student authorized to study without a study permit in Canada, and includes a new expiry date. That's the new date that you must leave Canada by. Canada is not the only country witnessing a dip in student enrollments. In 2024, Canada had a 46% decrease in applications to 469,000, compared to 868,000 in 2023. Australia experienced a 36% decline in applications processed to 176,000 from 390,000, while the UK witnessed a 16% drop to 294,000 from 351,000, and so on. The United States had an 11% drop to 322,000 from 699,000. Founder of MSM Group, said, "Policy changes across major study destinations have not only impacted students but also significantly affected the financial health of institutions. Reduced international enrollments are translating into lower revenues and shrinking contributions to local economies. For instance, international students added $22 billion Canadian dollars to Canada's economy in 2022, a figure projected to decline sharply this year. Additionally, many countries depend on international graduates to address critical labor shortages in STEM and healthcare sectors. Continued enrollment declines risk exacerbating these skill gaps further. As Canada continues to refine its immigration policies in 2024, prospective immigrants must stay informed about the latest changes and their potential implications. With the removal of CRS points for job offers in Express Entry, the introduction of the Home Care Worker PR pathway. That is all for today, in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later, in the next video. Till then, take care.